Hello, YouTubers and subscribers and followers and everyone out there. This is Two Dimples coming back at you with my week 5 weigh-in video. I can't even do nothing but laugh. I do my weigh-ins every Monday. Today was my weigh-in day. Got on that doggone scale and I'm still at 174.5. So I didn't have a gain, but I didn't have a loss either. Now, I'm going to tell you why I'm smiling. I'm smiling because last week started out just so fantastic. The kids went back to school on Tuesday. I got up, got dressed, put them on the bus. I went to the gym. Worked out really good. It was awesome. But then when I came back home, I was tired, took a quick nap, and woke up starving. I was so hungry. It was just freaking insane. Really didn't eat too bad. It was okay. Ate on plan, no problem. Had real good activity points, for that day. Got a lot of good cardio in at the gym. No complaints, not a problem. Tuesday, I just could not get it together. I couldn't get it together to save my life. I was tired. I think it was like rainy and funky outside. I was kind of, and just feeling some kind of way. I'm an emotional eater. I worry about everything. And there were some things that was going on. And I just could not get it together. So I just kind of wallowed in my self-pity. Did not go to the gym, did not walk, move, exercise, nothing. I think, I did a few things around the house, but I got like no activity in. By Wednesday, I had just hit kind of big and rock bottom. And it was either Tuesday or Wednesday that I went shopping and did my little snack haul. I posted a video, and I did that because I knew that I was kind of, like I said, I'm an emotional eater, and I was just kind of going on a down slope, and I wanted to make sure that if I was going to eat something, that it wasn't going to be too bad, and I'm glad that I did. And by Wednesday, my husband came in his house, was Church's chicken. It was a wrap. I don't know if any of y'all got Church's chicken in y'all state, but if you do, you understand how massive them pieces of chicken are. It's like they just pumped the chickens with steroids and I don't know, but that was just the best. It was so good. And I ate the chicken and I just couldn't, just couldn't stop. Now, mind you, I'm not exercising, okay? I wasn't, racking up my activity points like I usually do. And, I wasn't even rehearsing my Zumba choreo like I normally do. I mean, my activity just sucked last week. I think I normally can rack up anywhere between 40 activity points without really even, trying to work out. The most activity points that I've earned was like 60-something activity points. Matter of fact, no, it was 59. It was 59 activity points. And I mean, I was walking and working out and hitting the gym and teaching Zumba. Last week, I think if I got 26 activity points, I probably need to look at my doggone tracker. I didn't earn a lot of activity points at all. So like I said, by Wednesday, when my husband came in his house with that doggone chicken, it was just, I was just a hot mess. It was a wrap, and I ate that chicken. Okay, last week's activity points, I earned 30 activity points. That is just like, no. And out of that 30 points, 22 of those points come from Zumba, because I average, about 11 activity points in my Zumba class, per class. So 22 little funky activity points, and then that's 8 points left over. So that just go to show you how I just really didn't move last week. I just sucked. I was just pitiful. And then on top of that, I had the nerve and the audacity to go over. I ate every single last possible weekly point. I ate up all of 30 little activity points and still had the nerve to go over by 7 points. So when I looked at my little thing last night, I don't know if y'all can. I'm just pitiful. -7. Wow. So when I got on that scale this morning, I was just kind of like, have, because I didn't want to even see what was going to happen. If it had been a game, I probably just would have been somewhere balled up in a fetal position, just feeling like a total loser. And I know it's going to happen. I know no, I'm not going to claim that it's going to happen, but I understand that it can happen. It does happen. It's a part of the process. But it's just something about a game, and I'm sure it just shakes everybody. If it had been a game, like I said, I know what I did. I didn't exercise. I was eating a lot of processed foods. I didn't really cook a lot last week for myself. My husband is low carb, and he's still following Atkins. He went back to induction. Hey, more power to you. Yeah, baby, yeah. But I'm not doing that. So I make sure to cook his food. But then a lot of his food, like I said, I can't handle all that cheese, and I don't want all that sauce and all of that stuff. So, I just made sure he was taken care of. I am a stay-at-home wife and a stay-at-home mom. So, by him being, the primary, breadwinner here, I got to make sure, he's an electrician. His job is very physical. He works long hours. They just went on 12s. They're doing like 6, 7, 12. So that's 6, 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. I got to make sure my baby has to eat. So, I'm making sure that he's taken care of, making sure the kids are taken care of, and then mommy just get whatever little scraps. That's why, I had to do something with Weight Watchers. So, I know what I did wrong, and I'm not mad. I think a lot of times people get excited on Weight Watchers, and they see Jennifer Hudson, and they think, okay, well, they remember the Jennifer Hudson when she was big, and then they look at Jennifer Hudson now, with an 85 or 80 something pound weight loss. I forget how, I don't know, it was like 80 something pounds that she had lost the last interview that I saw. And they don't stop to take into account the days that weeks that she probably had losses, gains or setbacks, or didn't gain or lose or anything. So I just try and be an encouragement to myself. Again, it really helps those people that are following Weight Watchers as well, that are also making videos. Kimberly Clay, and all of these people's names that I'm calling out, I've subscribed to them. So even if you can't figure out how to spell their names or whatever, just go to my little subscription spot, and they're in there, and find them and follow them. Awesome. She was the one who I'm talking about. I think she's been doing it like, I don't know, she got like 30 something weeks worth of videos. When I say I done watched every single video that woman has made, and you can see the transformation, and it helps people. So I don't care if you're on week 1. I don't care if you are just signing the papers. Make videos, make video logs. You just never know who you are helping. Kimberly Clay 1, honey, thank you so much. Keep making your videos, even when you reach goal, when you're maintaining whatever just don't drop off the face of the earth. Please keep us posted. Beat Face Honey is another one. She's a makeup artist, and she also has lost a nice amount of weight. She has been doing Weight Watchers, and I ain't trying to be just putting everybody's business out there like that or whatever, but she's been doing Weight Watchers a couple months, 2-3 months now. And then there's Ms. Riri, and she's kind of more of a newbie like I am. So I kind of my people who I like to follow, who have been kind of doing it for a while, and then I have people that I like to kind of connect with, that I like right where I am, still kind of learning. So yeah, Ms. Riri, and like I said, these people, I'm subscribing to all of them. So if you want to follow them or find them or whatever, just look in my sub list. I'm subscribing to them. Shout out to y'all. Okay, so back to me. I didn't have a gain. I didn't have a loss. I'm still at 174.5, and that is absolutely fine with me. I'm not in any rush. One thing about Weight Watchers, let me move this camera because it's making me nuts, because I feel like I'm off center. Ain't my shirt cute, y'all? Look, one of my clients bought this for me. One of my little clients that I was personal training. Have you hugged your trainer? I need a hug, y'all. But one of the, I lost my train of thought. One of the things that kind of, like I said, is kind of frustrating to me, or is different to me about Weight Watchers. Because again, I compare everything to Atkins and low carbing. It's just because it just takes so long to lose the weight. But you know, patience is a virtue, and I need to learn some patience and to slow down. So I ain't tripping. The stuff that I did eat, I'm honest. Even though I didn't want to click the button and post what I did, you know, I was honest with it. I measure every cotton picking thing, and you know, going through literally every day or every other day or every few days, I'll just kind of scroll through YouTube trying to find, you know, just any little nugget to help me get through this journey, because I don't know what I'm doing, and there are a lot of people who have, you know, had success with this, and I'm trying to find out what y'all doing. So I found a video a couple weeks ago from a lady, and I don't even know her name. I'll find her name and give her a proper shout out as well. But she was talking about, you know, measuring your stuff and getting like a surplus of measuring cups and stuff. Now, when she first, you know, when I, you know, okay, yeah, it made sense, but it didn't, but it does now. When I first started Weight Watchers, all I had was these two Pyrex measuring cups. And, you know, okay, you know, because you got to measure your food. You know, I do have a scale. And it's over there. I don't feel like going to get it. Yes, I do, because I got to tell y'all something about my scale. I'm going to keep talking, y'all. Stay there. So, okay, don't laugh at me. My video good. Okay, anyway, y'all know how I get down. Okay, so my scale, and y'all don't laugh at me. But here we go. So this is my scale. This is the scale that I'm using right now. Yeah, it's just old school, but guess what? It's getting the job done for right now. But yeah, the lady was talking about having, you know, kind of a surplus extra measuring cups. Well, the longer that I'm in this, and the more that I'm eating, and the more that I'm cooking, the reason that she said that was because you'll cook and use the stuff, and then you go to grab for it or reach for it, and it's in the dishwasher or it's in the sink dirty. So now what do? Now you want to start eyeballing stuff. And usually when you start eyeballing stuff, that's when you headed in the wrong direction. So she was like, you know, go to the dollar store or go to the thrift stores and find, you know, measuring cups. And I was like, sure did. Went to the Dollar Salvation Army and found just the bomb little sets of measuring cups. I sure did. 99 cents. Found some little measuring little scoop things. The other ones stay over in the sink. But I found these. And I already had this set. Wait a minute, where am I at? I already had this set, but then I found this little measuring cup, and she was right. So people, you know, stock up on your stuff. I'm gonna go to the dollar store and see, you know, pick up, you know, a couple more, because you will blow through your measuring utensils. And you know, if you right in the middle of, you know, doing a recipe, you know, you don't have dishwater made, you might not have time or feel like rinsing it out, so then you start trying to estimate. And with Weight Watchers, because everything is the points and the measuring, and you don't want to mess around and mess up. So anyway, back to my little scale. My little scale, you know, I'm laughing at my scale, but I'm excited because I won a brand new Weight Watchers scale on eBay. I tried to give the Weight Watchers website a try and buy their scale, but I'm sorry, I'm paying $40 for the scale. And I'm mad because the regular retail stores only want to have the Cotton Picking Biggest Loser scale, and I got attitude because why y'all ain't selling the Weight Watchers scale in the store? But maybe, you know, Weight Watchers, you know, got the patent on lock or something and won't let them sell it. I don't know, but Weight Watchers need to stop that and let like Target and Walmart sell their scales. But that's okay because I got eBay. And I got a $40 scale, brand new in the box with instructions and everything for $26.02. So I'm excited about my scale. It should be here by like the end of this week. And I love it because, you know, I guess, you know, it'll give you like the points value to foods. And, you know, so I'll tell you all about my scale when I get my scale. So I'm excited. This is week 5 for me. I've been at the beginning of week 5. So I'm 5 weeks in, 8.5 pounds down. I'm excited about my little 8.5 pounds. Something else that I wanted to talk about just real quick was BLT. And I ain't talking about bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich eating. I'm talking about bites, licks, and taste. Anybody who's ever gone to a Weight Watchers meeting, and I have not, or maybe you were on the Weight Watchers website and saw, you know, the little acronyms that the people use in the little community boards, because that's where I saw it. People talk about BLT, bites, licks, and taste. And you want to count points for that because those points add up. And what I mean by bite slicks and tasty is like you have kids and you cooking, because I do this. You're cooking their food, or I'm cooking my husband's food, and you taste it. You know, you want to make sure it's the fry hot. And okay, we just need a little French fry, or you know, taste this sauce, or taste that, or lick that right quick, or you know, okay, you know, that stuff add up. It's still going in your body. It's still calories. It still counts. So I find that I'll just find just anything, because there is no BLT 1 point, you know, thing like in the Weight Watchers app. So I'll just do like a point for like, you know, whatever I have in my stuff that's like a point, and just add a point on there. And that's just how I do it. So just another little nugget. Just be mindful of your BLTs, people, because that could be something that, you know, you figure if you do that, you know, significant amount of times, that could be, you know, good 2 or 3 points that, you know, you're not even realizing that you're taking in. So be mindful of your BLTs. That's about all that I want to talk about right now. Oh, and just real quick, I tried this this Crystal Light. It is good, you know, and I'm a regular water girl, but that stuff is good. Somebody else was talking about that. 0 points, very yummy. I'm gonna post some pictures at the end of this video of just a couple of foods that I've been doing. This video was way longer than I wanted it to, but I had a lot to say, so sorry. This week I'm gonna focus more on just walking. I'm not even gonna try and go to the gym right now, because every time I just get off, I hate the gym, and that's a whole other video in and of itself. So I'm just gonna start walking everywhere. I already walked to the bank, and it was like a 45-minute walk round trip. And after I get through making this video and posting it, I'm gonna do a couple more things around here, and then I'm gonna go walking again before my kids get out of school. So I'm just gonna start walking just every kind you can wear. I'm debating whether I'm gonna buy a pedometer. I don't know, but my goal this week is get my activity points in gear, and also to cook more and not rely so much on my processed stuff. So stay tuned to the end of this video. Like I said, I got a couple pictures to post of some foods and stuff that I'm using and working, and what's working for me. All right, y'all. Talk to you soon. Bye. Week 5. Bye.